Ready, Set, Demo. This little video, we're going to do a couple of little techniques and make a third member of the family of these cards. I quite like to make cards in threes because it gives us a little bit of variation, but usually I stay within the sort of the colour combination that I've come up with and use some of the same goodies. So that's what we're going to do today. I have not pre-designed this card. I've got a couple of things in my mind, so we'll see what works and what doesn't. And then at the end, I will come back and talk about these and give you a few little tips on how I have made these as well. So let's put those to one side. So let's bring in some of the bits and pieces I thought we would use. This designer's series paper is Gathering Together, and it's very autumnal in its colouring in one way, but we're going to use it so that it makes a sort of a springtime look still by combining it with some fresh freesia, and this is the two-tone. So this is the paler and the darker side. There's not a lot between this one. You put them together to show you. Not a lot, but I'm probably going to go slightly for the darker side. And we're also going to introduce some gold and some white pieces as well. Our base card is a thick basic white, and then our layer, our first layer that we're doing is, and it's got a glitch in it, but that's going to be covered, so we're not worrying about that, is some of this designer series paper, which is an old olive. You could just use plain old olive, but just a little bit of it gives a little bit of extra. I'm going to put that to one side though, because we're going to do some tearing of these papers, and we're going to go make a little piece across here. Now, when you tear, it depends which direction. So if you're pulling towards you, I'm getting the white edge left behind, like so. On the other side, I've got the white edge on the green and no kind of white piece on there, but I'm quite happy with that. I don't want white on this one. We are, however, going to have some white core here, as that's one of the nice things about our two-tone paper, is that we get a bit of white. And so I'm going to do that. I do want to have a straight line at the top. I'm going to tear this one. I think I may put these, yeah, I think in that order, so that we go from darker to lighter and just make this little kind of element. Did I say what I had embossed this with? I don't think I did, so let's do that. That is the Join Together. It's the Japanesey one, which is absolutely beautiful, and I love it. But you could use any embossing folder on this. I think this whole project, I'm going to just keep saying, use what you've got. And that's actually a nice thing to do, is get what you have got out. I've actually ordered some new goodies as we speak. I'm waiting for them, but I didn't want to wait to make things for you. So let's use what we've got. Doesn't stop us making a spring project with things from the cupboard. So just move that up just a little, and then a little bit of tombow across there, and put that one across, and then trim off our excess at the edge. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is I want to bring some gold into this, and I'm doing that with some dies. I've also got some vellum as well. I've got some vellum and I've got some die cut pieces, and this is from Petals of Beauty. These are all from Petals of Beauty. Now, this sort of gives you an outline. And I should say that on the stamps, this does not kind of line up with this. So don't think that it's supposed to do it. But you can do some other things with this. And I'm going to show you one of those because I think it really makes these dies pop against your background. So I've cut this in the gold foil, but I've also cut it onto the adhesive sheets. And when you're doing little detailed die cuts, the adhesive sheets are really your friend. They are so much your friend. And then, as I say, that other die does not line up with this, so I'm going to fussy cut. And not too difficult. And this is just onto basic white. You could also, if you want to, put this onto a colour. So we could have put this onto some of our fresh freesia. You could also do it onto white and then add multiple colours with some blends colouring in. Remembering that blends will colour foil, so you'll need to keep that colouring onto the basic white. And can you see how that all of a sudden now pops? And especially when we put it over some of that background there. Now I'm wondering whether I want to have another piece. Maybe, what do you think? I think it needs to be that side. So I'm going to put another piece down just narrow. And so now my top is going to be, there. I told you I had not designed this fully. Let's have a little play and see what looks good. Okay, I'm just going to check that that is more or less straight. It's quite hard to see looking around the camera. We'll call it straight. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I think that works. We've got some vellum. I cut out some leaves with the vellum, and if you want to play more with vellum and you want to see some vellum techniques, I do have a vellum technique class available on Ready Set Demo. I'll link it in the description below. And I think what we're going to do, I'm going to just take that one off because I want to be able to cover my leaves. Should we come downwards with the leaves or go upwards? You can see I was not kidding when I said I had not fully designed this. If you want that vellum to stick down just a little bit, Tombow is your friend, but what you want to do is put it on and then really spread that glue out so that you really can't see it. And that will then just hold that piece down. But I don't mind some of these lifting a little bit because I think it just gives it some movement. Now we're going to pop our flower over. And here I'll just put some Tombow glue on the top. I've put my dimensionals on the bottom, and that will keep this flat because obviously those dimensionals are going to pop this flower up just a little bit. There we go. I'm going to add a stem to the flower as well. And again, this is where having cut it with the die on that adhesive sheet helps so much. Should we have it so it goes off the page maybe? There we go. And I will trim. Right, let's bring these layers in and check that we're happy with everything before I do a greeting. I think that's looking good. What do you think? Is that something that you would do? Let's take some basic grey ink, which I've just put my fingers in. If I didn't get inky, it wouldn't be me, really. Okay, and then we've got a little Celebrate. This is from Banner Sayings. And Banner Sayings, as its name suggests, is designed to go with the 3 banner punch. And so I'm going to do my Celebrate on this top one, this top punch. So we've got that trio there, and put it down here at the bottom. And then one thing I can do, just cut another in the DSP. We'll shorten this slightly, and then I'm going to line it up. A little offset there. Cut the end off. And then we'll glue that one down. Something else I've used on these is some bling. And you know what I said about look at what you've got. I keep my bling now in a folder, like a file folder. And it means that you can flip through, and even if something's retired, it's fine to use it for your own purposes. If you're doing something for a class, I tend to always do something that use things that are in the catalogue or online, and they can buy it right now, because otherwise you make people sad when they say, I want one of those, and we have to say, no, it's mine because I've got it. But if you're making something for you, you can use whatever you like. If you wanted this colour, because these are fresh free, so let me tell you what they are, because you may have them. They are the 24 to 26 in colour shimmer gems, and because they've got this freesia in them. If you want to use that colour but you don't have these gems, choose a clear one or something like a pearl or a rhinestone, and then use blends over the top to colour them. Leave them for a moment and you can get something to match. So that's that. And let's layer this up, and then I will take you back to my other projects and give you a few hints and tips about how I did those. So I like the look at, as it turns out. I was not expecting to put the freesia again at the top there, but I actually really like the look of that. I feel it now contains the other pieces that are in there. And because the designer paper is designed to go with each other, that all goes. And then we're introducing another colour that is still working with that combination. Let's bring these in and I will talk a little bit about some differences here. With this one, I went for it with this punch and basically punched out lots and lots of little banners in various colours from that paper. And then in order to get a longer piece, I just hid the join underneath the circles. The circles are made with my favourite ever dies, which is Stylish Shapes. So I've used the middle two of the six circles and just cut that out on basic white. The little flower here is one of the Petals of Beauty flowers, and I've stamped it in fresh freesia and then stamped off fresh freesia so that you get the lighter and the darker tone. And then these little leaves and flowers actually come from the delicate framing dies. So we've got these shapes. Let me find a picture of it because that will show you more easily. So we've got these big shapes, but in and amongst those we've got some little stems and flowers and leaves and various swirls. So when I was cutting out the Petals of Beauty ones, I also cut out some of these, and so those have been included in there. So actually, yeah, this stem here is from the delicate framing, whereas the flower and these leaves are from Petals of Beauty. So yes, these little leaves and these little flowers are the delicate framing. But again, we're talking leaves and flowers and stems. You have got things in your stash that you could use. You could just do these in strips if you don't have the 3 banner punch, but I quite like the look of the flag and the kind of arrow ends on there. So I hope you like that as well. Again, here we've done that background with the joined together embossing folder. Here I've also used the joined together embossing folder, but done that on vellum. And again, by using the technique of spreading the vellum very thinly, I've attached that vellum onto a layer of fresh freesia, and it just makes the embossing kind of pop, I think, because it's onto a coloured background. We did exactly the same technique here with this little flower of sticking it onto the paper and fussy cutting out. And I've got a little range of banners. I stamped this one in Petunia Pop, so I took a little bit of Petunia Pop to make my banners as well. So I think that's everything. All the greetings, yeah, are also from that banner sayings. So you've got all of those from the same one, but again, use whatever greetings you've got. So think about some spring coming around the corner if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you can pick your own colours. Why don't you go for some autumn colours that'll be coming in the next season? And have a little play. See what you've got in your stash if you're still waiting for something to be delivered, or if you would just like to show another way to use something. So thanks for visiting Ready Set Demo today. Do have a look down below for the links to our blog there, where we've got more creative content and some business ideas and classes as well. I'd love to see you over there, and make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you soon. Bye.